given was technology in the classroom. And as I thought about this, so technology in the classroom, when I thought about this, I thought, I'm not going to put anything on the screen. We have seen a lot of screens already, right? I don't need to put anything on the screen to do technology in the classroom because I think you've all got technology in your pocket or in your hand. So by show of hands, and I really don't know the answer to this, but I kind of have a hunch, how many do not have a device that accesses the internet right now? How many do not? This could be a badge of honor, not a thing of shame. This is not a thing of shame. This means that maybe you have somehow kind of escaped being captured. Let me just see that again. Be brave and honest. I want to see how many do not have a device that does not connect. Okay, so if you do not, get close to somebody who does, because those other people that aren't raising their hands, if they're honest, have a device. Okay, what I'd like you to do, okay, but let me just give you a second to move, because if you don't have it, I'd like you to move and get close to somebody who has one, okay? Thank you. I like it when people obey, even old people. Okay. Now, I want you to just do a Google search. Just go to the Google search block. Type in 3 little words, CTL, for Center for Teaching and Learning, Tech, T-E-C-H, tips. Okay. What are you getting? Did you get CTL, Tech, tips? Top hit is Tech Tips, BYU Center for Teaching and Learning. Click on that. Okay, it's the top hit. I'm doing this because it'll be easy for you to find again. Okay, so you hit on that. Now what I'd like you to do is look at those. They're just brief descriptions about each of those tech tips. Look at those and see if there is one that you would like to learn more about and perhaps use. Okay, and then talk to the person next to you about what you're thinking. Just take a minute to browse. And then I would like to see you talk to somebody next to you about one of those tips that you might want to try, okay? You can talk loud.
Good site, congratulations.
What's that?
It's a great site, congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Okay. I will let you take more time sometime to keep browsing there. There are 25 tech tips. We've also got a larger number of teaching tips, even beyond that, that are not necessarily focused on technology. Some of those have technology in them. It's interesting, though, that CTL Tech Tips is the #1 hit on Google. It's also interesting that if you type in now the Center for Teaching and Learning, of which there are scores and scores in the country, BYU Center for Teaching and Learning is the #1 hit on Google. You can do that. Some of you will not be able to resist the temptation to see if I'm actually telling the truth right now, and you'll have to type that in. Yeah, but I think you'll find that's what happens. So I hope you'll use this as a resource in whatever you teach. You may not be teaching on campus right now. You might be teaching somewhere else. There are nice tech tips in here that you could use anywhere. So here's my parting words in my few minutes. Anytime you use technology, and I tried to demonstrate it right here, I think what I did was, my goal was to help you learn that we have a site that has 25 tech tips on it. I could have said that in 2 seconds up here, and none of you perhaps would have remembered. Or I could have had you look for it and find something that you might want to use, and now you might want to actually do something about using it. So anytime that technology is improving student learning, it's a good thing to use. If it's not going to improve student learning, we shouldn't use it. We don't have to use technology to have great learning. Absolutely not. So here's what I thought of. If you want to improve student learning and you want to ask yourself, is my technology that I'm using improving it? 4 words you could remember. Needs, feedback, practice, and collaboration. Is it helping students with their learning needs? Is it helping tailor what we need to teach them to their needs? Is it helping provide feedback, as we've seen with digital dialogue and other things on here that you just looked at with the virtual office hours? Is it helping provide feedback? Is it helping provide practice? Is it helping them practice a skill that we're trying to teach them? Or is it helping improve collaboration, online collaboration? If it's doing one of those 4 things, and there are lots of other things, I tried to pick 4 that are the biggest, most important things for student learning. Needs of students, practice, feedback, collaboration. If it does that, then your technology use is going to be worth it for students and for you, because as you see students come back with more learning, you'll want to continue to improve that use of technology in your classroom. Thanks.
Well, Russ just mentioned practice, feedback, and collaboration.